Good morning. Welcome to ET. Now you're watching Market Cafe with me, Kanishka Sarkar and Ankur Mishra, a show where we'll take you through all the global cues and tell you about all the stocks that you should be keeping on your radar today. So let's get started with an eye on the globe first. Now, Ankur, it was a largely positive session on the Wall Street. S&P 500 and NASDAQ both hit fresh record highs.
Definitely a record high for S&P 500 as well as NASDAQ. And US futures are also steady after record highs. In fact, tech giants Alphabet, Amazon were leading the rally. However, if you talk about Dow Jones, that underperformed and closing slightly lower. But as far as the other markets are concerned, Asian markets are concerned, which we'll tell you in detail later in the show, they have also taken a positive cues from US markets.
That's right, but let's also shift focus and put the spotlight on commodities then. Now, oil prices, they were largely unchanged yesterday, with Brent crude settling at that $69 per barrel mark, down about 7 cents, whereas the WTI, that closed at $67, off by about 14 cents. Now, this dip came as markets shrugged off new EU sanctions on Russian oil, expecting little real disruption. Now, the EU's latest package even targets India's Nayara Energy, but analysts say that enforcement challenges continue to remain. Meanwhile, US tariffs and weak drilling activity are also raising fresh concerns for the commodity. Now, with tariffs on EU imports set for August 1st, traders fear a hit to global demand. In fact, analysts expect oil to stay range-bound between that $64 and $70 per barrel level, barring any sharp supply shocks that may arise. Other than that, let's also take a look at how gold did overnight. Now, gold prices, they surged over 1%, hitting a 5-week high of $3,394 an ounce, as a weaker US dollar and bond yields, they boosted demand. The gains, these come ahead of the August 1st US trade deal deadline, as we said. That is stoking uncertainty and also lifting safe haven demand. Now, traders are also pricing in a 59% chance of a Fed rate cut in September, while speculation around a leadership shakeup at the Fed, that is also adding to market nerves. So that's how the commodity market is shaping up. Ankur?
Yes, definitely. That's the update on commodity markets. But how did Indian equities market perform yesterday? Nifty snapped its 2-day losing streak to close about 25,000 mark, buoyed by gains in ICICI Bank and Eternal. Broader markets were mixed, while mid-cap rebounds smartly. Small cap underperformed, slipping for the third straight session. Let's go across to my colleague Snehi for full roundup of yesterday's session.
If you like this video, then like, share and subscribe to ET Now.